I was staying in Ireland at a 19th century castle that operates as a small hotel. The castle has 2 rooms with documented paranormal activity, but my room was not one of them. You have to specifically request those rooms. The first night I spent in the room, I felt very uneasy, but chalked it up to sleeping in unfamiliar surroundings. On the second night, as I was just falling asleep, I felt the corner of the bed by my feet sink down, as if someone had just sat down there. I jumped up and bolted from the room. It took me about 30 minutes before I worked up the nerve to re-enter the room. The next day, when I told the manager about my experience, they revealed that my room was next to one of the rooms with paranormal activity, but that there had never been reports of activity in my room. I got stuck at night at a very remote rest area, up in the mountains. Nothing for miles around and no cell service. I was about 2 hours from home. My key fob fell apart. The key portion got locked inside my car and the fob wasn't working. I'm a woman and I had to choose between accepting a ride from a man I didn't know that lives in the same town as me, and staying there alone with the one scary looking guy that was just hanging out. I would have spent hours in the cold and rain, hoping somehow that my husband would know where to come looking for me when he got home from work at 1 a.m. and I wasn't there. In the end, I chose to take the ride because the man had spent 30 minutes trying to help me get into my car while talking to everyone that passed through to see if they had a battery that would fit my fob and allowing himself to be seen with me by at least 10 people. Either choice was terrifying and it could have gone badly, but I didn't know what to do. It was 5 years before I could make that drive alone after that. My best friend and I were about 14 at the time. We lived in a small developing town. My neighborhood was on country road, one way each way, dirt road. No light except for my neighborhood side. There's a large fence separating the neighborhood and the road. My mom used to work graveyard shift, so my best friend and I would just smoke in the back porch. Right before we were about to spark, we saw something walk from the road and go over the fence. At first it looked small, maybe a raccoon, but once it got over the fence, it started walking towards my house and it slowly started to grow taller. Eventually it stood up on 2 legs. We both saw this and we ran inside. We went to my mom's bathroom, locked the door, and left all the lights on. My best friend and I are now 35. We still don't know WTF we saw.